Good day and welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. In this video we're going to take a look at some class specific secret transmogs that you can get from Legion with minimal effort, but with minimal effort, and basically, to cut a long story short, some really cool transmogs for both Death Knights and Paladins. So let's talk about the transmog first. So the transmog for both the Paladins and the Death Knights is purchased here at Deliverance Point on the Broken Shore in Legion. To get here, you will need to have your character have access to Legion, and obviously your character will need to head to the Broken Shore. You may have to complete the introductory quest line to Legion if you want to, but for most characters, especially max level ones, this will be an easy process. Once you get here, you will see a vendor called War Mage Kathleen. She can be found just shy north of the flight point, directly opposite the construction table, and she will sell to Death Knights the Arsenal Armaments of the Ebon Blade, which collects a whole bunch of appearances for your Death Knights, some fantastic weapons which I think are amazing, and obviously these are lovely options for you if you are someone who is just looking for a few spicier but more kind of classic Death Knight appearances. So if we're talking about Paladins are also at the exact same location. Here you can purchase the Armaments of the Silverhand for only 1000 Nether Shards. This will also contain some pretty cool hammers. I think a lot of people's favorites are the Gilded Warhammers, as well as the incredibly cool Ardent Defender's Sword, which I think is amazing. But the Gilded Warhammer is definitely up there, one of the top choices for a lot of players, and I think pretty much all of them are really swag. So here's the thing, it costs Nether Shards. So how do you get Nether Shards? Well, obtaining Nether Shards is actually incredibly simple. All of these elite bosses that you see here on the map will all drop Nether Shards when defeated. On top of that as well, you can complete world quests and objectives, but these will only be active for you if you get to this point in the campaign. So it's a bit of a catch-22, because the thing is you can't actually engage with the world quests or things like that without engaging in the concept of the Legion 4 campaign. But what you can do is you can defeat the rares. So you don't have to do the Legion 4 campaign. If you don't want to, it will help you, of course, but you can very easily just spawn in, defeat some of the rares, and easily grab yourself enough currency super duper quickly. If you have access to the Legion 4 campaign, you can do the world quests and things instead, and it obviously makes your life easier. One cool thing is that if you have Nether Shards on another character, you can go to the Legacy tab, you can go down to Legion, you can click Nether Shards, and you can actually just transfer from your other characters to this one, and there you go, you've got it. So very cool. Now the thing about these transmogs, unfortunately, is they are completely character tied. So if I activate them, for example, on my Paladin, if I go to my outfits and I choose let's say the Ardent Gavel, for example, it will show up in the transmogs for my Paladin. But if you switch to my Death Knight, for example, and I look up my weapon appearances, then I will not find the Ardent Hammer. So you'll see it does not show up for me on any of my areas here, and that's just because it is completely class tied. And the same it goes for all of the Death Knight transmogs that obviously we just got as well. So it's really cool, I think, to have these type of things. And if you like a new player who didn't obviously have the time or partake in Legion or things like that, then I do think there is obviously a huge incentive for you to come back and grab these transmogs, because they're fairly easy to get, and I think a lot of them are super duper cool. But that's it from me. Bye.